Hey there guys, it is me Obi, and before I begin this theory video, I want to give you a little disclaimer. I just wanted to let you know that this video, I was not going to make it. I wrote the script a while ago, and then after I finished it, I thought to myself that maybe I went too far with this theory, and I put it to the side. But one day I decided to take the script and post it on Reddit to see how people would react to it, and it was great. People really liked it, and it has gone now to the point that an article was published on Kotaku, the gaming website, regarding the theory that I proposed. So that encouraged me to make this video, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. It's not perfect, but I try to explain a lot of things using this theory. This is why it's called Pokemon, the Theory of Everything. Enjoy. There are many unanswered mysteries in the Pokemon universe, such as how Pokemon are able to understand humans and how the Pokeballs really work. There have been many theories proposed to answer many of these questions, but I believe that we finally got the last piece of evidence to connect them all. I want to introduce you to my theory regarding the circle of life in the Pokemon world. For a long time I was missing one piece of the puzzle to try and understand many of the weird events found throughout the Pokemon series. We were introduced to it back in Pokemon X and Y, but it finally made a click through my playthrough of Alpha Sapphire, and I'm referring to Infinity Energy. I believe this energy is the source of everything that we know of in the Pokemon universe. We found out that essentially this energy is the life form of Pokemon, and I will go as far as to say human as well. It seems that almost anything can revert to this pure state, as proven by the ultimate weapon, in which many Pokemon were sacrificed in order to revive AC's Floette. So, I propose a model where Pokemon and humans are bound to this energy. When human and Pokemon die, they revert to this state, and any energy that escapes this life stream can turn into a human or a Pokemon. It's just crazy the amount of questions you can answer using this model. For instance, how the Pokeball really works. It has been proven that humans are able to harness this energy and use it to create advanced technology, hence the Devon Corporation. So it's very likely that humans created a device that temporarily revert Pokemon into Infinity Energy and store them in a ball. Ever notice that Pokeballs have mirrors inside them? I believe that is to keep the energy bouncing back and forth inside the ball. The ball itself can be turned into this energy, and this will allow to explain two other major questions in the Pokemon universe. One of them is how we're able to store Pokemon in a PC. Since we are able to revert Pokemon into Infinity Energy, we would also be able to store them in a special device, the PC, as lines of codes most likely. All these PCs are connected through a major network, somewhat of a Pokemon internet, where you can access them at any time. In the anime, we see how Professor Oak is able to transfer Pokemon in an instant, and that can also be explained by turning the ball into Infinity Energy and transfer it through a network. Have you ever noticed how Pokemon evolve? Rather than getting a mutation and seeing their bodies change, they are enveloped in this light that in essence looks like energy. To me, they are reverting to Infinity Energy where they can change form. How about the question of TMs? Have you ever noticed that they look like CDs, which essentially represents data? A line of code that can be added to the Pokemon and learn a new move. If Pokemon and humans were derived from Infinity Energy, I would need proof that this energy can give life. Technically, Floette being revived is proof enough, but we can also take a look at the Pokemon Golurk. One of his Pokédex entries states, Golurk were created to protect people and Pokemon. They run on a mysterious energy. Once again, this energy being cited here I believe is Infinity Energy. I have claimed that Infinity Energy is the purest state of all living creatures in the Pokemon universe, and I believe Primal Reversion supports my case, because by absorbing Infinity Energy, Groudon and Kyogre become even more powerful beings than they once were, which means they are reverting almost to a complete state of Infinity Energy. For those who are nerdy enough, we know that matter cannot be created nor destroyed, which would contradict everything I have said so far. Thanks to Albert Einstein, we know that matter can be changed into energy, hence E equals mc squared. This would also explain how Bill was able to create a machine that can turn a human into a Pokemon. I believe he achieved this by going into Infinity Energy state and rearrange it to match a specific Pokemon's makeup. What about the question of how these powerful beings submit to our will once we caught them in a ball? I mean, they were wild Pokemon before we caught them, and as soon as they are captured, they are tamed? It really doesn't make sense. But what if once inside the ball, their mentality gets rewritten and gets matched to you? Is this why we have trainer IDs? And why another Pokemon is not able to capture my Pokemon because the ID doesn't match? I'm really going crazy with this theory, so I think I should leave it off here for now. What do you guys think? Is it too out there that is unreasonable? Or maybe I am onto something? Maybe I'm just overthinking it. But I would love to hear your opinion, so make sure to leave it in the comments below. This is Obi saying peace out until the next Pokemon video.